compared to last year, it wasn't. You heard people saying it, right?
Yeah.
Or you didn't hear anyone saying
Oh,
it?
we heard it.
Speak to the mic. You heard people saying it, and I wasn't the only one saying it. So you could see that a lot of people left.
Great and awesome things happen each and every day. Over the weekend, one of the awesome events in the tech industry took place. This event is I'm talking about is the Devfest Accra Developer Conference, organized by the GDG Group, Google Developer Group Accra. It happened on this weekend, Saturday. There was a virtual event on Friday evening from 6 to 9, and the in-person event took place on Saturday. So today, I'm here with the prodigal son Kweku. I'm here with Jihel too, Maji is also here. He will share the experience with us so that we all can have a fair idea of what went on. So yeah, welcome, Mr. Jihel.
Yeah.
Did I get the name right?
Yeah, GL.
Jihel. Yeah, that's nice. Mr. Kweku. Kweku, hi.
Hello, how are you, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm fine. Welcome back.
It's a nice intro. It means you are learning the work very well.
I learned from the best.
Okay.
Learn from the best.
So, like he said, we are here to discuss about the GDG event that took place over the weekend. So, point of correction: the first one happened on Wednesday, also in the evening from 6 p.m. to I don't know when they close because I log out, I log the way. But let's talk about that before going into the main event. Yeah. So for me, I started watching the event online. Did you watch it?
No, I came in late. I had to start it all over again, but then at some point I had to leave. So
okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there throughout.
Okay, so that's also for me. I started earlier, but I wasn't able to complete. What about you?
I didn't watch the Wednesday one. I wasn't aware of it. So on Friday, I joined in between. I think there was one session on web.
Yeah, that's the Wednesday one. It was Wednesday, rather.
It was on Wednesday.
Probably watched it
web?
after or something.
No. It was Wednesday, not
It
Friday.
was on Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday or Thursday, one of them.
It was Wednesday, 11th.
11th. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot my timing, bro. Charlie. The week is running. Charlie.
So for me, the event started very well. The introduction from Aquile was very, very awesome.
Okay.
The background was nice. The studio that
I was actually asking like, where are they shooting it at? I thought it was some AI generated background.
Yeah.
I was like, actually, wow.
So later when I saw the GDG at the back on top of some screen, that's when I realized that it was a studio.
Yeah, and even the lighting in the video was actually on here. And then I realized that it's an actual studio. So they did well on that part.
The setup was great.
Yeah, the setup was great.
And Aquile too, they do.
Yeah.
She was actually really lively in the beginning. Like she was lively. So.
Yeah, in the beginning it was lively when they did the introduction was about the Devfest. They played a video. It was. To me, it seems to be a little bit long. It took about.
Yeah, it's true. The waiting time, because let's say if someone had normally doing live videos, at least you should start that kind of waiting time at least 5 minutes or even less. But then I saw that it actually went through 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it wasn't good.
Don't you think maybe it was because people hadn't joined the live, like the numbers weren't? I didn't notice the numbers earlier, right? Getting to the end, I noticed there were a couple of, I think, over 70 people still on the live getting to the end. But I don't know. In the beginning, probably there might not have been enough people to get them rolling.
So when I joined, they started talking about the numbers were encouraging around 80.
Oh, okay.
So like you said, you see, it's a live event. So people will know it's data too. And data is costing in Ghana here, like you said. So at least maybe 5 or 10 minutes you should have started the event so that people will just join and start listening.
Yeah, so normally if let's say the event is starting, if the live event is starting at 6 o'clock, maybe you can even start that live counting thing at least 5 minutes before 6.
Yes, like what we do on the Twitter spaces, yes, because we don't wait that much for people to join. So you can be on the waiting radar and be speaking whilst people are joining.
Yes,
that
maybe
will rather
do not start it yet, but then you be welcoming them and
interacting with them, having that's also a good
suggestion.
And
the other aspect too is when they play the video of the GDG.
The animation, the writing.
No, not the writing. It seems the head of all the GDGs around the world.
So
she spoke, and some people also spoke. For me, I think it was a bit long. It was around 10 minutes, which I think it was because it wasn't a live person. It was a video that they were playing. So sitting there to watch a video that is not that interactive, like it looked a little bit boring. And that was it for me. And along the way to the internet.
I mean, we are in
freeze
Ghana, right?
I quickly freeze on the show, and I was like, wow, why? And the people who were the media team should have noticed it early and not switch
to an animation
or something like that. But they kept it for a little bit, like about 1 to 2 minutes before it was taken off, and I was like,
so we can't predict.
These are all for safety. So, but it was nice because this an experience for people who might not be able to attend the in-person event.
Yes,
so
they also value.
But just that it was different things that were spoken at the two.
Yes, someone mentioned this, that why are they speaking about different things, let's in the live event and the in-person event, that probably they could speak on the same thing in the live events and the in-person events, so that people who miss the in-person would at least get the same value.
Are you suggesting maybe they do it, the Devfest should be streamed live, maybe from in future they should just do it maybe in person and in live, so it will be one day but it will be streamed whilst the people are
that one, it would actually even be a better option, so that the people who can't come would be able to watch online.
Because I don't really agree with the fact that they should have the same sessions virtually and then in person. Because I think they are trying to spread as much information, like trying to cover a lot, right? With the virtual, cover some and then cover another aspect in person. So it's like more, you're having a lot of value from the event, right? If I attend the virtual one, why would I then attend the in person?
So what I understand by it was they said a lot of speakers submit their addition. So to give room for everybody to participate, they do the virtual one so that some people can participate in the virtual and some people cannot participate in the in-person. Like so that some of the people will not travel back to Ghana. Last year, like this, Sadiq was in Ghana to come and talk. Last year there was an virtual and in-person, but this year you realize that Sadiq didn't come. Adan didn't come because last year they came in to just give keynote talks. Yes, but this year they give everything. They did Sadiq did his own
virtually.
Yes. So I think it's good. But
it's a good, maybe
the only thing too
is
they could add the live stream to it, but just have to find a way where people will also get to get the one that they do in person. And another thing is the time that they close. I didn't watch the event to the close. Did you watch it?
I watched it to the end. I joined in the middle, so.
But to me, it was a little bit boring when the speakers were.
So it was that, right? So my feeling was that because the person who spoke on the native using app, right, achieving native app functionality on web, I think his was a bit practical. So there wasn't a lot of interactions going on while he was having his session, and I don't know if there were a lot of people practicing while he was also demoing. So probably that might have contributed. But then after that, the sessions on women in like being yourself, improving yourself, women in tech challenges, and I think after that particular session, there was a lot of liveliness, questions coming in, and people interacting. So it might just have been the particular session or particular sessions that had to do, but then the ones that were relatable to the audience. I think they did quite a good job to interact.
Okay, that's good. So let's talk about the time that each speaker was given to talk. Like each speaker, especially the online session. Was it too long or it was too short? You were able to watch all the Disney.
Yeah. So for me it was okay. The demo sessions took longer, so definitely I don't really expect demo sessions to be short if there had to be anything achieved. So I don't really fault that part. After that, the other sessions were interactive, so even if they were long, I don't think anyone would notice or even complain about it. So we will just manage. They were within time. I think by 9:10, I believe they had closed the online session. So there wasn't 6, a lot 7, 8, 9, 3 hours. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of overlap.
3 hours is a lot of time.
To sit and watch, right?
Yeah. For live events, mostly to be able to get the engagement of people, interaction is mostly important. So if let's say I wasn't there, so if let's say they had more interactive sessions, then that would have been nice. Because for the demos and things, normally even for tech people and things, if you are watching those kind of tutorials and things online, sometimes you get bored.
It gets boring along the way. Yeah.
So because in the in-person one, for the that would have been a cool
practical session.
Yeah. So normally, if let's say they could bring the more technical stuff in person, because for that one the people are there and they can even ask questions more and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because on the YouTube one, they are just watching it and maybe they can ask questions in the comment, but then that might not really help. But then the in-person ones, bringing the technical aspects to in-person events more would be better.
Yeah. So in the in-person, probably the person does not have to focus on the screen. They are watching it could be projected and then he can do the practice also on his laptop.
And I think that person especially wasn't in Ghana. I don't know if the person was a Ghanaian.
I can't actually remember the particular person who did the.
Okay. That's a good submission. You said that. That's very good because practical things have to be done in person so that people can ask a lot of questions. Because though they allow room for questions where people ask questions in there, but it wouldn't be enough like getting it in person, like the breakout sessions that they do for people to go. So like you said, the more focus should be on maybe engaging content should be online, then maybe talks and those things to be online, then the practical sessions to be in person.
Maybe they could put in maybe 1 or 2 just for variety, right?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe just it shouldn't be maybe a lot
or they can do it like this. Maybe they'll start with an interactive session, then come with maybe practical, then go with interactive, so that it will be like fun, boring, fun.
No, not fun, not boring.
No, not like boring, like like you understand what I'm saying.
You won't understand. You put what you want to say.
So that is how like it should be done. That's it. So I think apart from that, everything went well. And if you were online, let us know what you think about the session or under the comment section. Let's move to the.
But surprisingly, one thing, the internet was quite stable.
Yeah.
The time I was watching, I don't know if it was intentional or whatever.
Yeah, I think they were streaming. When I checked the streaming this day, they were streaming in 720. It wasn't 1.
Oh yeah, that's actually one thing about live streaming. You should actually watch. Normally, you actually stream based on your internet speed. So before you even come online, you should check your internet speed, and then you use that to even determine your output so that it can be.
I think it was 720, so it was good, because if it was to be 1080 like so I think so I think that was very good.
If the internet wasn't good,
and the sound was so clear. I like that. So that's good. Kudos to the GDG team.
To the UDT team. Yeah, sure.
So
should we move to the in-person?
The in-person. I was there.
I was also there.
I was there. So
I was home. Eating my mama's banku. Maybe next year.
Next year. Let's see. So this year I went, but I didn't go for accreditation. Like most of you were asking, Kweku, take me pictures and those things, please. We didn't go for accreditation this year because because a lot of things went on. So that's why he didn't see us there. We weren't able to take this thing, but we are bringing this content for you just because we weren't able to.
Yeah.
So the in person, I went quite early, as always.
Okay.
I went there. I got
always
there
on time. Always on time.
I got there like 7 something to eat.
Really?
Yeah.
7? I mean, I came around 10 or
I went there late because I was going to shoot for these people. ICP Ghana called me to come and shoot for them, so I went there for them. So I went there quite early because I don't want to be late. I want to be there before everything starts so that I can get content for them. So I went there quite early. Almost everything was set before I got there.
Yeah, they had a setup before you got
there.
Yeah.
So one thing about GDG is maybe they do a setup the day before.
Yeah, the day before. So it's crazy, and I know the two shadis, they put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
They can be there since morning and then they will finish in the night, go home, come back again, and they really
did
tireless job.
Do well. Like they did it like last year. Devfest. Last year too, before you got there, everything was set up.
So they don't even need to be moving things
in the morning to
registration was there. When I got there, people were doing registration. Some of them were doing networking. The business booths were all set for business people. Light was what's the name? Sockets were given to every booth. So if you want to charge your fans were put on by Kufa. Shout out to Kufa. I think
they
Kufa.
gave them fans.
Yeah, they were standing fans. I was like, whoa.
Next year, Kweku we should get to our booth so that I'll go and sit there and then fan will be blowing on me.
So the fans were there working. I don't know how they did it, but it was like some kind of AC form of fan.
I didn't see
they were using
they managed to connect it and stuff.
Yeah, I think there is ice. I don't know if it is ice block that is inside the container that is pumping back to them.
Yeah. So I didn't ask them how. I didn't even bother to check it out.
This thing was very cool. You can, when you get close to it, you can feel that there is cool. Yeah, like how AC blow. So
chilling in the sun, bro. Yeah, chilling in the sun.
When I got there, the place was actually sunny. So
so let's start from there. So for the registration,
did you go through the registration?
No, I didn't go through.
You didn't go through registration. Special guest.
Okay.
I went through registration and it was very easy. The thing about Google for developers is that for their platform, they've made it so simple. So you just have to type in your name and then they will see it if you've registered. And then they give you the band and then you move in.
So the bands they have different colors. For sponsors have their own. This thing, attendees have their own. Team has their own. The media team have tags and all those things. So like everybody is and volunteers also have their tags on so that you can know that this person is a volunteer. When you get there, it seems the sponsors were giving special volunteers to attend to them. So because when I got to ICP people came, there was someone who came there that I'm the one assigned to
ICP.
So if you need anything, just contact me. That's very good.
You'd feel special when Kweku comes and then we have one dedicated volunteer. Like, you can set up here. Let me carry your bag and then set up.
Not like carrying the bag or those things.
I mean,
like maybe in case you need water, you need chair. That's the
I need
things.
food juice.
Oh.
That's cool. I need food
juice. That's it. So apart from that, the event started quite late.
Yeah. What was the time to start?
It started around 10 to 11.
The thing I don't blame them per se because it's like a thing with Ghana as a whole.
So it seems our previous episode on FitCon, event reviews, we said the same thing that
the
attendees don't go there on time. I don't know. It seems they also notice that the event organizers wait for them, so they also use it as a point to leverage on it to not come to the event early. Because if as you organize event and I said maybe 8 and you don't get there by 8 and I start the event, when you get there, I went to this thing, not to go out. I went to Nigeria recently when they had an event. Look, when they say 4 p.m. they will close. They close at 4 p.m.
Nigerians are...
Look, they close one of the events. They close at 3 p.m. I was standing there and I was asking that, have they closed?
If you be limited to just the tech ecosystem, I just feel that the behavior of the tech people in Nigeria compared to Ghana...
They closed. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. they were closed.
Like it was supposed to be 4, so 4.
4 they close.
And what about the starting time?
Yes.
Yeah, so probably
by the time we got there, we thought they would not start early African time, so we got there late. By the time we got there, people were presenting already.
Exactly. So if
and you are giving time, and every time located to you is being displayed on a screen over there. So you are looking at your time.
Oh yeah,
so
some events actually do it. So there's a specific screen opposite the speaker.
Yeah.
So that whilst you are
had that.
Fitcon also
at
had
the
that.
other end, there was a very large screen for. So you can see your time counting down when you look up there. So
I think the time they should try and do something about it next year.
But
they are trying.
It's attendees. So
they are trying because
no, you see, if you are an attendee and you come and the event has closed, next time you try to come early. Not always about the numbers. Sometimes you should also think about the impact that you are giving. Like someone said on one of the videos that we watched, the person said that Ghanaian event attendees, if you don't add item 13, they will not come. Why should it be so? So I think the time is quite late.
Oh, me, I ate before coming because I knew that.
Yeah,
I ate before coming. Yeah, because I know I was going to be working about anything, so I had to.
So you are also part of the issues, right?
What? Which is
coming late?
Oh, me. Oh, see, I was from class before.
Okay. So your own is very, very understandable. So the time that event started wasn't encouraging. They started around 10, 11 that way. That's when they started.
Yeah, so I can point out one thing they do right. I think they give out for early comers. People who come early, they usually give out maybe merchandise and stuff. But it seems it doesn't work right. So should we add closing time to? You see, when is it in the Catholic Church or something? After a while, they just block the gate, right? Nobody enters until it is open again. So you come and then you probably
I don't think this. You see, this event is open for everyone, so I don't think those kind of things. No. But we should just try to as attendees, we should just try to be on time. And the event organizers also should stick on time. No matter how they should stick on time. Someone might come early, not because someone didn't come early, so you need to delay the time.
Yes, someone might come and then be like, okay, by 4 days people are done. I'm going here to do, and then it will be like a ripple effect.
That's one thing that didn't go up for me. For the speakers, I don't know, because when I got there, I wasn't allowed to freely move around because I didn't apply for accreditation. So I don't know. Those who were asking me, you can go and ask Shadrach under the comment section so that he can give me that answer. I don't know. He said I didn't apply for accreditation, so I don't need to take videos. But did you apply for accreditation?
Oh no.
But he allowed you to
but no, for me, you see, normally in tech events, you see content creators sometimes are feel free, like they create their content.
So why is it that media?
But you are a media entity already. So if let's say you come there as a
content
media
creator. I create content.
But you are a media entity. So if you came there without accreditation as Kweku Tech and not as Justice, there would have been something. You see. But I came there as Geo. I came there as a normal attendee, a normal content creator.
Yeah, I also came there alone. I didn't come with my crew to make it a thing. You let's forget. But that's
so about the speakers, right? How many speakers did we have on the day? Could you recount the number of speakers we had on the day?
So the speakers weren't the speakers, the ones who presented individually. They weren't more than 4 or 5 there. They weren't more than that because there were less speakers, and then there were 2 panel discussions, and then there were breakout events, and the breakout events seemed to be the most. I think about 5 or 6. I'm not really sure on the number of breakout sessions were organized. So
I think the breakout sessions that were organized is the first one was the women WTM.
Yeah, the early one. I think that one started before the main event.
So that one, apart from that one, they do the breakout session at the end of this thing. Okay. So looking at the numbers that came this year compared to last year,
honestly, last year's turnout was greater than this year's.
Yes. Okay. Location wise.
This.
Is it because
normally sometimes the turn up of the event can be due to the location.
Okay.
Because for Accra Digital Center too, the venue itself was more open and huge too.
Okay.
So it could contain more people too. Yeah, because I went for Google IO Extend, the student edition at ATU and stuff, and the turn up to wasn't really good, even though we had people coming and stuff
because
like that.
GDG used to have the event there, and they move out to Accra Digital Center.
Yeah.
So bringing it back there, I was wondering why they brought it back there, because the turn up for last year was very, very huge. A lot of people came.
It was massive.
People who were passing by, you see, because that place is the it's a digital center, so
and
a lot of companies around too were able to pass by to anybody who comes around, because if the person hear about GDG, someone wants to pass through and come. If you realize, a lot of the tech people that we know on X and those things, most of them didn't come for this year's event. I don't know if the date too also changed. This is not the usual time that they have.
Yeah, it's in the last year. It happened in November.
Yes. Yeah. A week to Code and Cocktail. So I think the date, they should check the date. They should check the venue.
The venue too sometimes.
Because Accra Digital, the Accra Technical ATU
auditorium.
It's very hard for people to Though you see it as the easiest location, but comparing Circle to that place, a lot of people when they pick out, they know that Circle Street, they just walk to the Accra Digital Center. Comparing it to a ATU and to have a lot of space for people to network and things, I think that's one thing. That's why a lot of people do.
Probably, maybe
because
the turnout was due to the location, right? Because they knew the number.
But then we would also have to look at funding, because here's the case where GDG is a non-government organization. They don't a non-profit, so they don't take funds like from people and stuff like that. So the thing is that if we are able to get enough people to sponsor the event, then we can be able to even look for a more larger auditorium. Yeah, so funding is one thing. So for organizations in Ghana who don't take money for events like this, if like they get enough funding, then that will help.
So because looking at the sponsors this year, it seems it has reduced compared to.
It's true.
Last year,
I didn't see some sponsors from last year, so I was like,
we will not mention them, but we know them.
So, I don't know if you would like to tell me.
No, but I will not tell you. We know them. Just that they should try and sponsor.
But then,
because
this will be an appeal for. Should I say for sponsors?
I don't know, because some of them didn't sponsor GDG, but I saw them sponsoring PyCon. I think because of PyCon is now hosted in Ghana, so a lot of companies want the outside world to also know them. So instead of sponsoring GDG, which they used to sponsor over the years, they would rather go out to sponsor other organizations to also get that larger audience.
We can't say for sure. Can't say for sure, but then we can appeal to them to just help and then build the Google community.
Because that's the thing with the tech community and things. Even the vice chancellor, he gave the opening keynote. The vice chancellor hammered on some aspects of tech in Ghana, and then we, as the young people, having to carry it along and things. But then, if let's see, we aren't getting support for such things, because tech events are a major avenue for you to get more people engaged in these things. Because people, even though my school, it will take a lot for you to even get people to attend events. But then if we are constantly doing it and then they are hearing of these events, they want to go, because I was able to get people from my school to attend Devfest, and that was actually very, very good. So with such things, if you get enough sponsors should.
I don't know.
I think that's one of the mandates of Tech, right? So that we keep pushing this event, we publicizing.
We try as much as possible, and some of them
people going to these events.
Because if it's not so, then the events would be smaller and smaller, and then people would because there are lots of tech people in Ghana, but then you don't see them.
They don't come out. I don't know why. For some reasons, they don't come
out.
But then still, because like Code and Cocktail, when let me move. Like Code and Cocktail last year, I was really surprised to see all these people in like this. I was like, oh, this is
they like the
right? Wow. I was like,
a lot of them like
it was really nice.
They don't want to do this thing. And a lot of sponsors. I think one thing too that we have to look out is the prices that we put on our sponsorship. You can contact someone to sponsor. I heard someone soon 45,000. Look, I will not mention him, but some of the sponsors reach out, like some of the companies reach out to us, thinking we are or the ones organizing the event, so we redirect them to the event organizers, and some of them will come back to you and tell you that this is the amount they are charging. It's too much. 45,000. I know the event is there, the numbers are there, but the prices that you are charging cannot make plenty people come on board to sponsor.
Yeah.
You see, it's small that you can gain, and we can be able to get a lot. But if you are charging that a huge amount, people might not be able to sponsor, because some of them, look, we are trying to help each other. Some of them are startups, and they are also trying to get their
name out
there, and they want, maybe they are having maybe 2,000 or 3,000 to sponsor an event, and your cutoff point is 5,000 or 6,000. They can't be able to. How would they be able to afford their employees?
So maybe there should be a package for everyone, right? If you can give 100,000.
If GDG does that for you see, Shadi wanted to get my school on board, so he sent me a deck, and they actually have categories so anyhow you can support things.
Yeah.
You just pick the one that you are able to.
Yes.
That's nice. Yeah.
That's nice.
Because maybe we all can't give, but then if I can give 100,000 and I know I would get value from your events, because there are 10,000 or 20,000 people coming, you'll fill the Accra Sports Stadium. Why not? I mean, we would organize the tech event, and then we all will go and have
we
a
didn't
nice
even
time.
talk about the team for the year. What was the team?
It's
AI.
something like responsible AI.
Okay.
And it seems that Google is actually really pushing for AI this year, because I've really seen a lot of activity on their side, and it is really good. Because if you actually notice, there's one event that they built with AI. It didn't happen last year and all of that. So you actually see that they brought it here. So this year. So you can know that they are actually really pushing in that space a lot. And they even invited some content creators to the Accra office.
I went for the first one, which was the student ones. They invited some students with some. I was there, but the content creators one, I didn't get an invite. Next time Google invites me, okay.
Yeah. So Google is doing well, but that other company that is somewhere else, that they don't do. Google is really doing. Google does well with involving themselves in that whole space and all of that. They want to be everywhere so that they can make more impact in the tech space, and that's very good.
I mean, AI, and then Web3 is like the new frontier of technologies, like the emerging technologies, right, that are pushing the boundaries of technology. So Google will not sit down and then be left behind while the competitors, right? The competitors and then the brothers.
So let's also look at the speakers, right? Were the time given to them accurate on the day? Like, was it enough for them?
Oh yeah, I think that their time was okay. Yeah, the speakers weren't enough. I can actually recall. I can recall them. The vice chancellor spoke. Then Shadrach Inusa, he also spoke. Then Bright Sunu also spoke.
Yeah, the GDG expert.
Yeah, he spoke. And then I think then one or two others also spoke.
This year they even had some fun to it, dancing.
Yeah, they had some dancing competition.
Something. That's nice.
Yeah.
So do you participate?
Oh yeah, Alice. I think Alice Mensa also. Yeah, she really did well with hosting. She was the MC for the day, and she actually really made it in. She was the one who brought the dancing thing into it.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's nice.
So she did well with that. She really did well with controlling everything.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's good. That's good to hear, because our brothers will be sitting down and then the waist will become stiff, and then for 6 hours brother is sitting down, no movement. So it's good that they can exercise. Did you dance? Like, was it like a salsa?
Oh no,
kind of
no.
or
the DJ, and one thing is that just to make things lively, the DJ was playing songs in between. So there was one song that was playing, and then Alice was like, "Oh, this one, it's like there's a challenge for it too." And then she was like, "Oh no, some I think it's a Nigerian song also." Then she asked someone, she asked for anyone who could do the challenge, and then 2 people came, and then
one guy, one girl, and then they danced, and then she gave them swags, and that's why it's also nice. They have swags and things that
they give out when like for rewards and stuff like that. So that's so cool.
That's so
yeah.
Cool. But one thing that they weren't able to control is how the movement of people in the hall and in and out. Like the volunteers should have looked up to it that people are seated when it's not time for networking, right? So that people will sit down and listen to, because whilst the sessions were going on, a lot of people were also
later
outside.
After the breakout in this thing, after that people were outside a lot and all of that.
They couldn't be able to control them. And that was the time that they called for some of the sponsors to come and speak.
And then I think the attendees too should do all right. You came for the event even after the
it all leads to discipline.
We human beings are not well disciplined. It's rules and regulations that cannot guide it. If you tell me that this time it's not for networking, so we should, let's take it for example like the FitCon that we went to. When it was time for networking, they gave them time for networking. But apart from the networking, you see that you will not see much people, except the volunteers who were moving around. You will not see that the people were outside. Yes. Most of them were sitting inside, and they ask you, they make sure that you are seated inside. When it's time for breakout session, they made everybody go inside. And some of the people came for some speakers or some people. So if you know that these are the people that you put on the flyer, and these are the people that the people come from, make those people sit inside, so that people will not get a chance to go outside to go and talk to them, because because a lot of people are looking up to some, like let's say that someone like Etonam, GDG expert, a lot of people would have come there just to see him advice and have conversation with him. So if you see such thing, you can tell Etonam, be inside throughout, so that people can be inside, so that the moment that they see that it's networking time, that they will go out, then a lot of them will come up, because a lot of people were just scattered outside, which for me, if I'm a sponsor and I sponsor an event and coming to speak and the numbers are few, you see that
it's
the person
it seemed that at some point some people left early. Maybe people have their schedules and things, but then it is not nice if, let's say, you leave in between the events. And so normally, if let's say you know that that Devfest is happening from this time to this time, at least you just block.
Clear your schedule.
This thing is not only this year. Last year I realized the same thing. Last year the same thing happened. Though there was huge numbers, but the moment they say breakout session and
is it after the food?
Yeah, after the food.
If they finish eating the food, our brothers.
Yes.
Our brothers, they should.
That's one thing.
After the food, come and sit down, and then
after the food, they just went away. Let's talk about the food for this year. The
jollof. So it was only jollof.
Yeah, this year was only jollof.
Only jollof.
Jollof. Devfest is known for jollof.
Charlie.
Jollof. From last year, the chicken we
had. But it seems that this year the bowl was heavier than the pack was heavier than last year.
Last year.
So they actually did all that.
Yeah. This year the food was really packed well. Like compared to last year. Last year
the depth of the food was like this. Okay. And then 2 chicken.
Okay.
So this year you had
not 2 chicken, but 1 chicken, but it was
one big chicken.
It was big.
I mean last year I think I had 2 chicken on my own.
But then that's your luck. Yes.
I actually had 1 chicken from
mine was 1. But last year the jollof was wow compared to this year. Like, let me be frank. A lot of people would testify to this. You don't want to say it, but we are here to digest this. I have to say that, you see, compared to last year, it wasn't. You heard people saying it, right? Or you didn't hear anyone saying it?
We heard it.
Speak to the mic. You heard people saying it, and I wasn't the only one saying it. So you could see that a lot of people left their food, a lot of leftovers. It seems, and which is not encouraging. Look, you have invested more into the food. So if you are the caterer that did this, that people didn't like this, next year you should try and improve, because a lot of people left their food, which is a cost to the GDG team, which is not good. The team has really invested. The stage was on point, the screen was on point, and everything. How they did the stage, how they formed it,
nice setup.
Everything.
So for you to bring that jollof in along the way, I say,
destroy everything.
whilst people were enjoying the program, you brought this jollof. It really spoiled a lot of people's their mood. Yes, how people were like rooting for the jollof.
In the event is not easy. Like you won't be able to concentrate.
Oh, but overall, Devfest was
good.
And then the sponsors who also came. I got a chance to even speak with one of the reps from Corey and then Gamers Hive, I think.
Yeah, Gamers Hive.
And now, for the Gamers Hive one, honestly, this was my first time sharing of them in an event, and then I was told that they are new, and then it seemed that this is their first like outdoor sponsoring this thing, an event, and that's good. If you are a startup, you should at least try to affiliate yourself with events, because that's one way that you can be able to get noticed. So if let's say no one knew about Gamers Hive, because they came to Devfest, people would get to know.
So one thing I realized about this year is where the position of where the booths were for the sponsors. It was very good compared to last year.
Yeah,
last year they were put inside some room that a lot of people did not know.
That. I didn't see them last year. I didn't see any like sponsors booth or anything last year.
Last year the sponsors booth was in where the WTM ladies had their discussions. That was where the sponsors were put. So I don't know where it was put this time. But
no, this year it was put before the gate.
When I came, I even thought that was where I should go and register. So I could actually see it right away that this is there.
And it was good encouraging. Your last words, Charlie. We've said a lot, and you too, if you are there first, let us know what you think about this year's Devfest under the comment section. Yeah. Your last words for the Devfest team and
for me. I don't. This time I was actually really hyper this time around compared to last year's own, and that was it was a nice experience for me, because even this time around I got to create content on the spot, unlike last year. And then I got to even talk to more people, connected to more people and things, and I also met old friends, and that was even more exciting. So yeah, I mean I liked this year's own, but then to be very honest, last year's own was more.
Energetic.
Energetic. And if you realize on the Twitter trend, last year they trended at number 4.
Yeah.
This year
we are number 9.
I don't know if because of the picture delaying. Picture delaying or something like that. People didn't get their pictures on time to post or something like that, because I didn't send a good photo.
Nice advert. You like it. That's how we like it in the town. Nice advert.
So I think
to them direct.
So I think next year. Next year I'll go for the accreditation and give you the best, like we always do. So you know us, we don't disappoint. We give you on the spot. So you always do. He's a content creator too. Please check out his channel. Your channel's name?
GHL at first it was Tech Hub, but then I wanted to build a personal brand. So GHLB and then Humanu.
That's very nice. Okay. Sticking to your brand is very nice. As always, don't forget to subscribe to Kweku Tech and follow us on all our social media handles. Twaso.
Okay. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everyone. Tell them Kweku Tech is here for more exciting content. Jutsu.